Okay, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show, and you're watching FYNTV.com. It is that simple, folks. Tell your friends, FYNTV.com. Sorry about that quick pause going to break, but we never want to miss this call because this is not MSNBC. This is not synchronized swimming on Fox. Cheerleaders. This is on the ground. This is on the ground information that we bring you, and we're the only ones that's really doing this, bringing you on the ground information. I have on the phone with me right now Lee Snover from Northampton County, Pennsylvania, the chairman of the Northampton County Republican Party. And I know, Lee, how are you this morning? You okay?
Oh, I'm doing okay. It's real intense, though. It's pretty intense here in Pennsylvania.
Okay, talk to me. I'm first of all, Lee, I want to get straight here. I'm not in the tank with the polls. You cannot tell me on one day a poll has a sample with somebody up 2, and the next day somebody's up 10, and the next day somebody's down 6. It's not possible. They have to be some kind of a semblance of tracking, and this is something we have no tracking on with any of them. So tell us about that Northeast Pennsylvania corridor up there and how you guys are doing.
First of all, we don't believe the polls either, and we are convincing people it's psychological warfare. It's like Stockholm Syndrome. They're trying to convince the American people they can't win again, and that, you know what I mean, not to go out, it's over, but it's not. So we're going all the way till 8 p.m. on November 8th. So it's psychological warfare. We don't believe it at all.
Well, you know, I watch, and I don't even like to admit this in public, but I watch MSNBC at 6 o'clock every morning just to make sure I know, how Joe Scarborough is going to talk about common ground for me this morning. But anyhow, I watch that, and, they start out with it's all but over the first 30 minutes for Trump, but then it takes the second 30 minutes before they even get into the quid pro quo or anything on the Hillary Clinton speeches from Goldman Sachs, anything at all. How are you guys weathering through that?
They need us to give up. They want us to give up. They want to deflate the energy of the Trumpers. They're trying to get us not to mobilize. They want us to give up. They want us to throw in the towel. It's orchestrated. And listen, if she's so far ahead, why do they need to do this? Nobody beats up on an underdog. If he were 12 or 10 points behind like they're talking, they'd be saying nice things about him. He's run a good campaign. He really ran a movement like they did Bernie Sanders.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
For a minute.
Not a minute. If they are so far ahead, their supporters would not have to firebomb and throw bricks through a window.
Exactly.
So they're not that far ahead. Now, let me say, I've seen a poll that says, and I don't know where you're I know you're located in the Lehigh Valley, and I just want to say congratulations to you, because I know we're in a 24-hour news cycle, and last Thursday seems like 3 months ago of the news. But I want to say congratulations to you and the Northampton County, Pennsylvania Republican Party on your dinner last Thursday night with Vice President Mike Pence. You had an opportunity, a vice presidential candidate. Can we say that yet? That's what Saturday Night Live said about Hillary Clinton. Can we say president? Tell me, you got an opportunity to meet Pence that night, and I know it was brief, but you got an opportunity to introduce Mike Pence. You've been around these politicians for years, do you get a genuine feeling that Pence's heart is in this 100%?
Oh, absolutely. He was amazing. He drew everyone in. When he was speaking, there wasn't a peep in that room. Everyone was.
You mean even Jerry? There wasn't even a peep out of Jerry?
It was amazing what he did to the crowd. And he doesn't use any notes. He doesn't use a teleprompter. He doesn't use anything. And his speech is it's unbelievable how good he is and how sincere he is and how genuine he is. I mean, it was pretty amazing. And we could have sold the room out 3 times over. The phone was ringing off the wall, but the Secret Service had limited the number of people allowed in. So, but he is really drawing large numbers, and I think that's going unreported as well, how popular he is compared to Kane.
Okay, now Northeast compared to Kane. So you generally got the feeling, because I do believe the media wants the Trump supporters to give up. They want to say there's no chance. This morning, MSNBC is on the tangent that all Donald Trump's trying to do is create his news network, and the people he surrounded himself with. So they're trying to move Trump into phases. They want everybody to give up. I am optimistic. I am so optimistic. It's just there's something about it because I have a good memory, but I can't remember anybody getting this enthusiastic about Mitt Romney. Can't remember it.
No, and I've tried to remember that, and I can't. We have something going every night. Last night we had a huge parade in a small town. The Democrats didn't have anything. We had just an amazing number of people there. We're doing something every night. We have these flash mobs all over the Lehigh Valley twice a week. We're going door to door. We're making calls. We're doing parades. We have something every night. In our Republican headquarters, last night I was trying to leave for the parade. A gay guy comes in. He tells me right away, I'm gay, and they think I'm voting for Hillary Clinton. I'm not.
Whoa, back up. Hold it. I mean, I wish I had the screeching record sound. Let's replay this. So you're there last night. You're at the Donald Trump campaign headquarters. You're in fear for your life that a brick's going to come through the window at any minute, and a gay guy comes in instead of a brick.
And he's so enthused, and he's for Trump, and he's telling us how he's getting all this Clinton stuff, and they keep calling him. But he's like totally into Donald Trump because guess what? Gay people pay taxes too.
There you go. Bingo. Bingo. That's exactly right.
He goes, Obamacare has failed. My taxes are up. He goes, I'm for Donald J. Trump. So he came in. He's going to start volunteering. There were so
Wait. You know what? You were breaking so much stuff this morning. I don't know if I can keep up with you. You are wound up. A gay guy, you are breaking news on this morning, not MSNBC, that gay people pay taxes too. Hell, you say. I'm sorry, Lee, that's where I'm at in this. That's just where I'm at in this is I do think people are connected and the media is corrupt and it's rigged. I'm on board with that.
Oh, yes. And listen, it is rigged. In Philadelphia, every presidential cycle, there's more people vote in Philadelphia than there's registered. There's more votes.
But wait a minute, Obama said that didn't happen. He said quit whining.
It happens every presidential cycle in Philadelphia. And if Pennsylvania did not have Philadelphia, we'd be a red state every single presidential election. Philadelphia and the Southeast, the ring counties around Philly are the only reason we're not a red state. And they cheat. I mean, they have, like I said, they've been recorded as more votes than registered voters, and Mitt Romney didn't get one vote in the city of Philadelphia, not even by accident. So they cheat every time. And
so the little old lady with the walker, I'll never forget it, the little old lady with the walker that went in, that's 92, and wanted to cast her last vote in life for Mitt Romney, accidentally voted for Obama. I mean, not even by accident did she push the Mitt Romney button. I mean, right. We know that. Thank you. Listen, voters, let me take just not a brief break, Lee. Stay with me. Let me just take a brief break. Viewers, this is Lee Snover. She is the chairman of the Northampton County Republican Party in Pennsylvania. That's Northeast. Last Thursday, she hosted Vice Presidential candidate Mike Pence, and they are really knocking down the doors. They need your help. This lady, they need your help. You can go to Facebook. I've been sharing, if you look at my page, I've been sharing every time they get a truckload of 2,000 signs. They are working 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, getting back up at 7, going back on the road, getting signs out, meeting with people. They are working so hard. Now, let me just bring this up. You're hearing Donald Trump say rigged election. I'm going to get back to Lee here. Just hang on. You're hearing rigged election. You're hearing the media make fun of him. Okay, make fun of him. You're hearing the media say it's not happening. You're hearing your president of the United States say quit whining. It's funny, making fun of us and Donald Trump in front of the Italian president or prime minister, okay, yesterday. You're hearing all this, but I didn't say it. My guest did, and she knows. She's been working it for years. Philadelphia always has more voters than they have registered voters. And Lee, while I'm on that, do you remember the year they turned on the machines in Philly and votes were already loaded?
Absolutely. And
bingo!
When Election Day opens in Philadelphia, there's already votes on the machine for the Democrat candidates. I mean, Philadelphia has exceeded Chicago with cheating. And we have tried, they are very intimidating. They actually called a meeting this week, the governor did of Pennsylvania, trying to intimidate more, called our general counsel of the Republican Party to talk about not having watchers, not having people observe the election. Well, that's the law in Pennsylvania. We're allowed to observe inside. And they're even trying to stop that because they know they have to cheat and they have to grow the rig system.
A Republican is allowed to be in there, a representative from the Republican Party. Folks, listen, if you hear that, I'm glad Lee is bringing up so many great points. Every campaigning poll, campaign law allows for a Republican representative watcher and a Democrat representative watcher in every poll. Every polling location, you are allowed. So when they're trying to make the media sound like that you're in fear as Republicans and you're asking for poll watchers like there's some conspiracy. No, you're asking for poll watchers because you're allowed and you need them. And Philadelphia, Lee, you're 100% right that Philadelphia is the only reason right now. I brought up, Lee, one day, and this is important, and I know you've got to go, you got a full plate today. But I brought up one day, I pulled up the congressional districts of the state of Pennsylvania, and I showed my viewers on a graph on the show how red Pennsylvania actually was. And I showed the congressional districts right around Allegheny County, which we know is Pittsburgh, and I showed the congressional districts right around Philadelphia. And outside of that, I showed my viewers how red the state is. And Philadelphia, if you notice, and our viewers notice, that's where all of them go to campaign. They don't go out to Wilkesboro. They're not going for Scranton again. They gave that up. They're shooting into Philly.
No, everybody, all the Obama, Hillary, and the elite Republicans, those establishment Republicans, they're all from the ring counties around Philadelphia. That's where all the establishment Republicans are. If you get out of that Philadelphia area, everyone's against the establishment. There isn't anyone going that way. It's so crazy in Pennsylvania, you wouldn't believe, because we have a U.S. Senate race, and our candidate is running ads in Philadelphia saying he's against Donald Trump, and then he's running ads in the other parts of the state saying he's okay with Donald Trump. I mean,
stop, that's Pat Toomey. Pat Toomey, folks. So Pat Toomey, your U.S. Senator in Pennsylvania, is running Philadelphia ads saying he's not with Donald Trump and Western PA ads saying he's with Donald Trump?
Right. Well, he says, like, the ad comes on in Philadelphia. I saw it over the weekend. I was in Philadelphia. And the ad comes on and says, I don't agree with Donald Trump. And then he goes on to something else. So he wants you to believe he doesn't support Donald Trump. And then if you go out in the other parts of PA, he has positive ads running that, not saying he supports Donald Trump, but like he would work with him. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the contrast is Philadelphia in that area, I'm not with Donald Trump. I don't say that up in the Northeast. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we have and then it's happening at all of our Republican headquarters where there's people that don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Oh, well, should I be for Pat Toomey or not for Pat Toomey? He's somewhat for Donald Trump, somewhat not for Donald Trump. And it's just, this state has been very confusing because, we don't have everybody on board.
Well, actually, my opinion is, and I'm not there with you on the ground, just hearing you and Jerry and seeing all the posts that you guys are putting up, and the 18 posts a day your mother is putting up. Outside, I tell my viewers about 18 posts a day. Outside of that, you're on the ground there. I really feel in my heart that if Toomey would have just came out really strong for Trump, this whole Pennsylvania thing would be already put behind us, and Toomey would still be leading in the polls against his Democrats. I just really believe that. I have a quick question that I want to focus on with you in Philadelphia, in the Pennsylvania area. Now, you say there's a lot of confusion within the Republican Party offices with you have Pat Toomey and then Donald Trump. Do you feel, now you've been in these races, do you really feel we can win, the Trump campaign can win Pennsylvania?
I do. I don't think it's too late to win Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I'll tell you what we need to win, though, in Pennsylvania. We need to win the ring counties. That's where our problem is. That's the counties around Philadelphia, Montgomery, Chester, Bucks. We need to win those. Delaware, those counties around Philadelphia, we need to be in there. They're the very wealthy, elite, white, corporate America and they think they're too good to vote for Donald Trump. And that does exist. I mean, we have internal polling saying this is our problem. It's the white Republican women in the ring counties.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me give you a visual.
Okay.
Sandy.
Ooh.
I'm going to give the visual.
Let's not go no further than just the name, okay?
Okay, that's exactly what we're dealing with. Okay, your people will understand this. Women who are, out to lunches all day, or they're at the gym, or they met their trainer, or they're at Wegmans, they think they're too good for Donald Trump. That's the group we're working on. We actually have the national Republican women coming in. They're bringing in buses. They're bringing in corporate Republican women to help us deal with this. They're going down to those ring counties in Philly and trying to meet with those women. We had Ivanka here last week. She did free events at 3 or 4 places in the ring county to talk to these women. These are the women we need on board. They used to be the soccer moms. I don't really know where they're at right now.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So can you describe them identically the way you just did? They're this age, they're at the gym, they're this. Can you give me that again? Because there's a reason I want you to give me that for my next segment I'm going to do.
Yeah, these are the women that used to be the soccer moms. These are the women we need to get on board with Donald Trump. They're at the gym. They're with their trainer. They're going to lunches. They're at Wegmans. You know what I mean? They're at Neiman Marcus. That's where they are.
Folks, if you're wondering what Wegmans is, she's brought it up twice. It's a grocery store in that area that's not really a grocery store. It's like going to a mini mall, but you think you're at it's got restaurants and everything, and Wegmans is the place to go. Right, Lee?
Yeah, that's where they're at, or they're at the King of Prussia Mall.
Oh, not the King of Prussia Mall.
Market.
Okay, let me move past that because there is something I do want to know for you. We're in a state, Georgia, and first of all, Georgia's not in play. Let me reciprocate by telling you, Georgia's not in play. The poll that says that Hillary's up 4 is just not true. Okay, it's not in play. This is a mind control media thing that they're trying to do. Corrupt. We're not getting the ads. We're not, unless I'm missing it. My viewers will send me a text here in a minute. A couple will immediately. In Georgia, we're not getting any ads. I mean, every once in a blue moon, an ad will creep in because you're watching MSNBC or Fox and they're running it on Hillary or Donald Trump. But we're really not getting the ad war. What is the ad war like in Pennsylvania? And is Trump running ads in Pennsylvania? Because that is really where you see if a candidate has pulled out. How aggressive is the ad war there?
The ad wars are intense. They're on all the time. We have ads on every second. I do see some Trump ads, but not as many as Clinton's, but there are Trump ads. She has more, but he has some. So I do see them, but there's not as many as hers. Hers are plastered. I mean, it's the radio every minute. It's the TV every minute with hers. And she's very deceiving. She'll get a couple vets to do an ad for her on the radio. They're veterans for her. I mean, it sounds like she's trying to sound Republican. She has
okay, so my question is,
a Republican ad, and it's Hillary Clinton.
My question is, if she's up 8, 10, and 12, she doesn't need to spend the money in PA, but she's pouring it in there?
Oh, absolutely. The ads are nonstop. They're nonstop. Radio, TV, nonstop. I mean, you can't get away from it here.
Okay, Trump is. I read a I forget what poll there. I was looking at a poll here recently. It's only a couple days old that said that the northeastern part of PA, Trump was leading in that area of the state. What would you call the northeastern part? The Stroudsburg, the Wilkesboro?
I think that starts with Northampton County.
That's what I was
here too.
Okay.
It's going up like Scranton. It's from here. It's from the.
145, is it, we'll call it 22, you and I understand it. 22 north?
Yeah, going up.
Okay. 22 runs through the center of Lehigh Valley, folks, and 22 north. Go ahead.
Yesterday, we had 4 Democrat union members come into our campaign and get Trump signs and say they're not going with the union this time. So, I don't know what's going on. I can't gauge what they're telling us in the polls when we have that. We have 4 union members come in and get Trump signs. So in the Northeast, if you know anything about Philadelphia, the unions are powerful and they're very strong and they're very Democrat. And they're coming in our office and getting Trump signs. So I'm trying to get a read on this, and I have people coming in all the time. I had a teacher. Listen to this. Teachers are the most Democrat minds
Just
in our
saying.
area.
I got it.
I had a teacher come in. She came in last week. She says, I switched to Republican. I feel so liberated, she said. She's a school teacher in New Jersey who lives in PA. She switched to Republican, and she's for Trump. So I'm not understanding these polls. Like, maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to wait.
Well, wait a minute. Let me recap what you've told our viewers, because this is the greatest information. Lee, I can't thank you enough, because we are so tired of seeing the media and the mind control over this. This is great information. So you're in Northampton County, Pennsylvania, and you guys have a big headquarters. Folks, Northampton County has a population of about 350,000, and Lee is volunteer coordinating all through the valley for the Trump campaign, and the chairman of that Republican Party. That's who we have on the phone with us this morning. Now, Lee, let me get a recap. You're at this office, and I can't say enough. I'm going to say it. You just do not realize how liberal, okay, this area can be. I mean, this is the area where you go to the mall, Lehigh Valley Mall, at Christmas time, and you don't go shopping. You get a cup of coffee and sit on one of them benches and watch the show. Because I tell you, the people, oh my God, right, Lee? Woo!
Absolutely.
You watch the show. Oh yeah, you see everything. So anyhow, folks, so what you're telling me this morning is, in this very liberal area, you have had a gay person come in to a Republican Trump campaign, Republican headquarters, with wanting Trump signs, wanting to volunteer, wanting to help, and says, I pay taxes, Hillary's crazy, I'm voting for her. This is a gay person. In this very liberal area, you've had four union?
4 Democrat union members.
All right, that come in, okay. And then you just had a teacher come in.
Had a teacher switch to Republican and said she felt so liberated.
Folks, you don't know how big this is, because we're in North Georgia. We get comfortable. We're in a county. I'm coming to you from a county that will probably vote 78% Donald Trump. County to the north, 78%. County to the south, 78%. Donald Trump will probably win Georgia by 12. Mitt Romney run it by 8. I'm predicting 12. So we're talking to somebody that these 3 things that you just heard are enormous to me. Lee, I think that's underlying, and it's going to show up at the voting booth.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do on Election Day. I don't trust them. I don't know if they're going to have buses with thugs going around scaring us, or I don't know what they're going to do. They will do something in Pennsylvania. I don't know what it is. But let me tell you what happened on Election Day when Obama ran here. And it was kind of creepy. We didn't see any signs. There were no Obama signs in this area. None, okay? And when I woke up on Election Day, went to the polls, I didn't know where these people came from. It was
Right.
the United Nations at my poll. I'm like, holy smoke, I've never seen these people in my town before. Who are they? Where did they come from? So the rigged election and voter fraud is out there. And you get to Election Day, and I don't know what's going to be there, because that's what happened with Obama. I really didn't recognize any of these people from my town standing in line at the polls. I'd never seen them before, working there 20 years, and somehow they voted.
You know, I told people that, like Jerry. I said, look, you don't know Jerry, because our audience, trust me, they know Jerry by now. And I tell people, look, Jerry's got a lawn chair, and he's got the same pole. And he's been there for 25 years. And they all say, hey, Jerry, when they go in, whether they're Democrats, Republicans, who they are, they know Jerry, right? And they always come out and say, Jerry, I did the right thing, or sorry, Jerry, I couldn't do it this year. And, so the people at these polling places, and on Election Day, you just don't recognize these people.
Yeah, and it was really creepy for me. I mean, I just was like, who are these people? Because, see, they pay their people.
Yes.
We just pulled a flyer off an ad at the local community college. Hillary Clinton will pay you $15 an hour. Come to work right now. We don't pay anyone. We're a full volunteer organization. And then on Election Day, what they do with their registration drives, they pay people to get quotas. So if Hillary's paying me today to go out and register people, I'm gonna make up names, for that matter. I'm gonna make up addresses. We have a vacant lot in this town that has 12 people registered to it. Okay?
What?
A vacant lot. No one's living there. 12 people are registered there.
Wait a minute. Holy smokes. Oh, so you're in the Republican Party. You're firsthand. You're there in Northampton County. There's a vacant lot, and your voting data shows there's 12 voter registrations to this lot.
Right. We started this campaign called Voter Integrity. We try to expose this stuff, and we found a vacant lot. And the good news is there's 12 registered voters. The bad news. The good news, only 8 voted. So what I'm saying is,
only 8 out of the 12 voted from the vacant lot. Holy
this
mackerel!
is what I'm saying is going on everywhere. Because when I woke up on Election Day when Obama ran, I didn't know these people, and I was like, it was United Nations. They were all in different, clothing and I was like, who are these people? I've never seen them before. Obama's running, and they're here. So, I don't know what's going to happen on Election Day, but I'm hoping it's the opposite. I'm hoping I wake up and I go there and I'm like, oh my God, look at all these Trump people. So I'm hoping that same phenomenon that carried Obama in the opposite way carries us.
Okay, I have to close out at 9:30. I have a last segment. I've only got till 10 o'clock, but I gotta ask you, handicap the debate tonight. What do you think? What are you seeing? What do you feel is going to happen? Just give me your take on tonight's debate.
I think Donald Trump is going to be strong, just like he was in the last debate. I think he is going to perform very similar to the last debate. If I could change one thing about his debate tonight, I would not have Obama's brother there. Here's who I think he should have had at that debate. I think he should have got the most well-known evangelical leader he could have in that front row. Franklin Graham, James Dobson, Dr. David Jeremiah. That's who would have been sitting in the front of that debate if it were me, because we need a miracle, number one. Number two, Donald Trump does have dignified people supporting him, and I think he should showcase that. There's some really great people supporting Donald Trump, and I think we should showcase them. But I think he's going to be strong tonight.
Okay.
And I think he's going to be very similar to the last debate.
I want to go on with that just a minute. I can't end on that note. In this campaign, I have noticed evangelicals, and you're talking the names you just brought out, campaigning for Donald Trump harder than I have seen since, and I'm going to go all the way back to Ronald Reagan. I have not seen evangelicals campaign as hard for, and I haven't even seen Catholics come out as bold as they have for Donald Trump all the way since Ronald Reagan. Even George W. Bush, I didn't see it like this. Are you comfortable? Do you feel good that that's happening?
The only thing I would say is I think the evangelicals are quiet about it.
Yes.
Okay? They're being very low key about it. I think they're on board, but they're low key. It's like,
look at man, it's like, I don't want to go religious, but it's like the churchgoers that don't drink and the churchgoers that do drink, and they're fighting over which one's a sin. But the churchgoers that don't drink, they go out of town to buy to the liquor store. But they still buy the liquor. And I know I just got in trouble, but that's just the bottom line, okay? So people are trying to decide which sin is acceptable. Lee, I've got to close, but I want one more thing on this.
Good.
Wait a minute, I got to ask you a question. I disagree. I want to give you this food for thought because I want to talk about it next time we call. I disagree. I think there's a reason why they picked Fox News. Obama hasn't been on Fox News 5 times in 8 years. Hillary hasn't been on there 5 times in 8 years. There's a reason why they're letting Chris Wallace. There's a reason why they picked Fox News. And there's a reason why they're taking this chance. And Chris Wallace is put on this pedestal as the greatest moderator in the world or guy in the world in Fox News by Democrats. It is smoke and mirrors. I think the last group they have to win are independents, and they know Fox News viewers is the largest independent viewers in the United States of America, and that's what Fox is going to help them bring in the independents, and that's where I think they're going with it.
I agree. I think we're losing Fox. I think Chris Wallace will be unfair to Donald Trump.
Okay, I got to go on that. We're going to leave on that.
Okay.
Thank you for that great information, Lee. That is Lee Snover. Lee Snover gave us some great information. We'll discuss that, and I'll give you a little more on that. I'm going to take a brief break. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. You're watching FYNTV.com, and let's take a brief break. I'll come back and handicap that.
El Rey and Ella J.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey in Ellegy.
Pizza Hut makes great pizza, but they can't tell you what a gift it is. I can. They took a grilled cheese and combined it with stuffed crust pizza. To think, I almost wasn't here to try it.
How did you?
It's not important, Jen. What's important is that I watched the sunrise this morning. Then I got to stand in a room filled with this pizza. And later I'll stare at the ocean. Or maybe I'll learn Russian. Or listen to jazz. Or try my hand at needlework. Or open a door for a beautiful woman. Or read a human interest story or make dessert wine. Or ride a wild horse. Or experiment with watercolors. Eat every slice like it's your last. Especially you, Doug. Especially Doug, right? You care about Doug. The grilled cheese stuffed crust pizza. Proof that no one outpieces the Hut.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I knew it would not take long. I got this earlier. I see nothing, I know nothing. Schultz, I love it. I love the text message from the viewers. Now, there was something my sister said. That was Lee Snover. She is the chairman of the Republican Party, North Hampton County, Pennsylvania. We got into the corruption. It's real. It is a rigged election. We know what they do. She told you that Pennsylvania would be red if they could get around Philadelphia. The ring counties. Now, what did she describe? Now, I like to check out the new shows on all the networks to see what direction the media is trying to, or TV broadcasters are trying to take our society in. They like to paint us and say, this is how we are. So you're always sitting watching TV and you say, is this how America is? Because they want to tell us. They've been driving these things home for years on this is how it is, okay? Will and Grace, Modern Family, all of these, the list goes back, okay? The point is, I like to end the day, Lisa will say to me, that's my wife, she'll say, you know, let's always end the day with a funny show. You know, we got a lot of stress, we're working, and got, you know, all these things going on. We got FetcherNews.com, we got reporters, we got meetings, whatever. Let's make sure the last thing we do today is something funny. So we'll pick something funny. So we've been checking out the new shows. This show premiered, and my sister Lee told you about the ring counties. She told you about this, and I'm going to tell you in a minute. This premiered on ABC. I can't believe they're doing this show. I do not think this show will last, but I want to play the trailer to this show. I will play the trailer to this show, and you listen to it, and then we're going to wrap up our show with this, and I'm going to explain to you what my sister was telling you is true. Go for it.
Sex on a full stomach after midnight.
You know, I love the way you look.
I ate something weird.
You fueled it from
Different how?
like a brand new bag of flour.
It's my Spanx.
What? Why?
Well, if you do it right, it turns gut into boob.
Well, they do look good.
Hey, 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 hey! And the cat, do not pee in the yard. The only reason we're in this hoity-toity town is because Westport has a great public school with special programs for our Anna cats.
Remember how Dr. Ellie taught you to do that thing with your fingers to relax yourself? Try that today. Okay, Mommy. Oh, God help her.
My full-time job is to make sure one of my kids fits in more and two fit in less. Hey, that's my money. That's for my Roth IRA. I will not have you be one of these money-obsessed brats in this town. This is straight-up communism, and I'm Stalin.
I think that's a weird thing to say to a child.
Well, I've got some news. Pam just put her house on the market.
That Pam.
And I'm going to be the second fattest housewife in Westport.
There's nothing wrong with you. You're beautiful and amazing.
And name another woman around here fatter than me. Oh my God. Westport mommies. Flat stomachs, tight high asses, and those stupid green drinks. I will not have that in this house.
Dad, I'll leave you to handle this.
Okay, I'm just gonna relocate these, I think.
I know I shouldn't care what other people think, but these women make me feel really bad about being fat.
Sweetie,
This is the part where you say I'm not fat.
you're not fat.
What the hell is that woman over there wearing?
2 Fitbits.
Why would anyone need to wear 2 Fitbits?
I love you. Everyone's crazy. Hi, Suzanne.
You have something on the back of your shirt.
It's pizza.
How did you get a pizza stain on the back of your shirt?
I was either wearing it backwards when I ate the pizza, or I'm wearing it backwards now. Yeah, now.
Folks, I watched that show last night, and the reason I played the whole trailer on it, this woman is fat. She's fat. Okay? This woman's fat. She can't stand, she's in New Haven, Connecticut. This is the suburb counties out of Philadelphia. My sister was telling you. These are the women, right here in this show, that are going to lunches, going to the gym, going to this grocery store, have personal trainers, okay? But the one fat woman, folks, I watched this show last night and I said, oh my God, New Haven, Connecticut. I can't believe they're going to let this show go. And they're going to have a group of women that say, you know, we're fat and we're proud. I'm just saying, folks, just saying. I absolutely, that is what we're talking about. My sister hit a home run out of Philadelphia, the ring counties. They all got their BMWs and they got personal trainers and they're going to the gym and they're working out and they're having lunches and they're drinking wine in the middle of the day, all the above. That show last night, I asked Lisa, I said, let's try this show because I like the lady on the show that's heading it up. And I said, we watch it. And I enjoyed the show. I really did. And I'm like, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe that this woman's talking about being fat and talking about these other women in New Haven, Connecticut. Okay? I just couldn't believe it. All right, folks, I'm your host, BKP. You've been watching this morning, Good Morning from the Office, North Georgia's only live online morning show, FYNTV.com. George is going to be in here in just a minute to give you his opinion of what's going on. Okay, we had a great information this morning. I want to do, let me look around a little bit. I like to look around the internet, make sure right before we close the show that nothing is happening. Nothing is happening Bill Clinton's sexual assault accusers go public for the first time. Tonight is forever, Donald Trump. We talked about that. I agree with Lee on who should be in the front row. So we're looking around a little bit here. What do you think about tonight? Let me see if I covered everything. New shows. I like to go through the new shows. Several of them I cannot watch. I can't watch any more good new shows. Now, I do like The Odd Couple. The new Odd Couple, I'm gonna give you my list. These are BKP's picks. I like the new Odd Couple. I've been watching it a couple seasons. I love that new show, The Odd Couple. It's like on its third season now. I love The Odd Couple, okay? I'm going to wrap up. There's a reason you want to stay with my picks. There's a reason you want to stay with my TV show picks and not turn off now, okay? I like that show, American Housewife. I like that show. I like that. I want you to check that out. I enjoyed that show. Now, I want to wrap up with a show on TV that is, I think, depicting who's going to go to the polls and vote for Donald Trump. And I think the media has missed it. Now, this is one of those shows that comes around every once in a while. I don't know who the writers are. And I know what you're saying. Well, you could just look at the credits and you would know. I don't know who the writers are, okay? I don't know how they came up with this show, all right? Can't figure this one out. Now, usually a show in its 4th and 5th season leaves the ground and they start doing something that's so far out there and the show's messed up. I always start watching a show the 1st season, the 2nd season, the 3rd season, okay? And the 3rd season, and I say, oh, you know, they had to go and mess my show up. Now I can't watch it anymore. I just turn it off. Can't watch it, all right? This show is still a home run. I watched the season opener and the second one. It's still a home run, and I think it's America 101. 101. It's called The Middle. Folks, if you don't know the Hex, and if the Hex don't live in your neighborhood, and if the Hex aren't coming to your local spaghetti dinner for the bowling team trophies, you are missing America. And the Hex, Mike Heck and the mother, I forget her name, and then Sue Heck and Alex and Brick. Somebody writing this show hit a home run. It's just real. Sue lost her college money because she didn't sign up on time. Dad saved the day, not the government. Dad saved the day. Anyhow, I think they have missed. I think they have totally missed who's voting for Donald Trump in this country. So I'm going to say maybe the enthusiasm level is through the roof for Trump. And I'm going to say maybe the three, I called them yuppies. We went through all these things. One day they're yuppies, and one day they're soccer moms, and the next thing, you know. But all these young people that are too educated to realize that you don't dump crap in a sewer out of a bus. But all these people that won't vote for Donald Trump because they're too good, I think for everyone that will not vote, I think there's 3 more that will in what I call the flyover states, flyover states. I think Pennsylvania will win. I think that was great information. Firsthand, we will have that, Cole. Cut that. We're going to call that direct information on the ground in Pennsylvania. Campaign breaking news, direct information from on the ground in Pennsylvania. We will have that segment up because you're going to want to share that segment with your friends. You're hearing rigged election, right? Rigged. You're hearing that, okay? You're hearing. I know what we didn't get to, and I'll do it now. Drain the swamp, folks. If you're not understanding when Donald Trump says drain the swamp, end the lobbyist, end the corruption, okay? He threw in last night term limits. I watched Colorado Springs. Now, I watched the Hillary Clinton campaign rally yesterday and the Donald Trump campaign rally. Now, you're saying, wait a minute, Hillary Clinton did not have a campaign rally yesterday. Donald Trump did. He had 2 in Colorado Springs. In fact, a state that, it's all over for him, but he went there anyway, according to the media. And you're saying, wait a minute, you watched a Hillary Clinton campaign rally and a Donald Trump? Hillary Clinton didn't have a campaign rally. Let me tell you something. Yes, she did. She flew into Nevada, got off the plane, and made it down the steps without tripping and falling, and all of her supporters cheered. That is a Hillary Clinton campaign rally. That's the best you can get, folks. And she holds on, and she goes down, and she walks real easy over to the van and gets right on the bed. And we can't help it. Her doctor wrote on her chart, plenty of bed rest, okay? I tell you, Donald Trump's right. She's home in bed. He would be working. He would be working. She'd be in bed, okay? Now, here's the thing, folks. Here's the thing, okay? He said term limits and drain the swamp. Doesn't that really hit home, term limits? Now, I wanted to save this to the end. Maybe I shouldn't have saved it to the end, okay? But Donald Trump has come up with, drain the swamp, corruption. He's named it all. And I want to save this right to the end for a reason. When Donald Trump says drain the swamp, it scares the hell out of the Republicans because they're part of the swamp. Folks, are you missing that? Donald Trump scared the hell out of every Republican, not every, just saying. He scared the hell out of the Republicans in the House of Representatives. He scared the hell out of the Republicans in the Senate. He scared the hell out of Mitch McConnell. There's a whole list. Because when Donald Trump said, drain the swamp, he didn't differentiate. Maybe I got that word down. Did I get it down? Differentiate, whatever. We'll try it 3 times. But he did not do that he didn't say, oh, I'm going to drain the Democrat swamp. He didn't say that. He said, I'm going to drain the swamp. Because all the dude can do is put a sump pump in the swamp, and the sump pump cannot discriminate which crap it pulls out. No pun intended, Democrats, because you loaded the sewer with crap down in Atlanta yesterday. Just saying. Little play on words. Anyhow, so when he says drain the swamp, oh, it's got the Republicans a nervous wreck. He didn't say drain the swamp. You do know. I was in the swamp just yesterday with 3 Democrats. Can you see the graphics? I would like to put big R's on them and watch this. You remember the old movie back in the 50s? And you went there, not me in the 50s, you did, not me. But you remember the movies back then when the swamp monster climbed out? Remember the old movies, the graphics, the return of the swamp monster? Scooby-Doo. Huh? Scooby-Doo, right? Scooby-Doo. Even my boy Cole's on target. Remember Scooby-Doo, the swamp monster? Oh, Donald Trump's going to, and they all have Republican on them. He's going to drain the swamp. Term limits, you think we joke around. We're probably the most serious. Even when I'm having a little fun, this is very serious stuff you need to take home. The Republicans have their own swamp monsters. It scares the daylights out of them. Lobbyists, campaign finance, okay? Term limits, drain the swamp. It don't matter if you have an R or a D. If you're in that swamp, you're coming out if Donald Trump becomes president of the United States, and they can't take it. Their nerves are shot. So you can either leave the swamp or Donald Trump's going to put you in jail. And he has said it, and he's the only one out there that's had the nerve to say it, and I think the American people are going to vote for it. That's what I think. That's what I think. Now, I could be wrong, but unlike Dick Morris, I own the place and I can't be fired, okay? I could be wrong. There's when once, twice, my wife could probably find 3 or 4 others that I was wrong. Let me make sure before I close. You're watching FYNTV.com. George is coming up to give you his opinion. Let's see. We went over quid pro quo, okay? I'll trade you this for that. You know, it's like baseball cards. It's like baseball cards. You remember trading baseball cards? That was the old quid pro quo. Hey, I'll trade you this card for that card, okay? Fight night in Las Vegas, Chris Wallace, the Fox News, the fix is in. Fixed news. My other sister, calls it fixed news, okay? Fixed news channel, Chris Wallace will bring, there's something fishy, folks. Democrats will not go nowhere near Fox News. So why all of a sudden will they let Fox News be the determining factor in the last and final debate in this crucial presidential campaign? Why would they do that? Just saying, independent voters, because that's what Donald Trump's leading in, and that's what will take him into the White House, and that's what Fox News intends to try to move Hillary's way tonight. That's my prediction. He has to have the performance of a lifetime. Last debate, New York front page on two accusers, but the Inquirer story can't get any news cycle. It's all but over is what they're trying to tell you. Obama said to stop whining, so shut up and stop whining, Obama. You did for 8 years and blamed somebody else. You did not see that. Remember, I used see, saw, and seen. Okay? I tried to use it in sentences today properly. I know I mixed it up, but we did. You did not see that, no, you, yeah, you didn't. I think hell, see, saw, seen, because the media says what you think you saw, you did not seen, you did not see, you did not saw, because it didn't happen. That's what they want you to believe. It did not happen. It don't matter how clear it is in your face. The media is trying to say your president of the United States is trying to tell you it's not rigged. If you listen and share this information I brought to you here on FYN TV, I brought it here to you, folks. I brought it to you. You heard a person on the ground in Pennsylvania said that their voter records showed 12 registered voters to a vacant lot. The good thing is only 8 of them voted. You have that right here on this show. You had it right here on this show, the corruption, that more people vote in Philadelphia than are registered. Right here on this show. The corruption is in, the fix is in. Okay, you didn't see it. Oh, I got to finish 4 minutes. Obamacare single payer. I don't have enough time for this. It'll collapse. It'll collapse. You're saying, well, we know it'll collapse. No, it will collapse. They will go single payer next. Yes, that's where it's going. I do not predict it goes back. If Hillary Clinton goes, it'll be single payer. And when it's single payer, Americans love free stuff. They love it. They love the free. They will start making doctor's appointments like you would not believe. I'm going to bring that to you tomorrow, right after the debate. Single payer will not work. It will collapse financially because everybody and their brother will go to the doctor 7 times a week until the newness wears off, but we don't have the money for the newness to wear off. I mean, I got 7 things ailing me now I'd like to make an appointment over. Put it on single payer. Lord, I'll get a list tomorrow. I'll make 19 doctor's appointments. Me, yours truly. You get single payer, you give me a card. Hell, I'm making 19 appointments tomorrow. I got things I got to go check out. Yeah, I know. You call me crazy. Obama, I will end with this. Man, I got spark. Maybe I should calm down. But I've enjoyed myself today. I'm going to end with this, okay? I'm asking nicely. I'm going to calm down and ask nicely. Could the Hillary Clinton campaign please call your thugs off? If it's all but over, you have won, they have crowned you, they're preparing the inaugural ball, you're going to play Don't Stop, you're going to play Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow. You and Bill will dance to it once again. I'll never forget Don't Stop. You ruined the damn song for me, okay? All right, but you're doing all that. If you're doing all that, you can send the word out to stop throwing bricks, terrorist attacks. Why won't they call it a terrorist attack? It's a terrorist attack. I'm serious. Why not? Why the hell? Why ain't it on the front pages? You throw bricks through a window. You throw them through the daggone car window. You throw Molotov cocktails. Who the hell's talking about it? Nobody. Call them off, Hillary. Please call the dogs off. Because I told you earlier on the show, I'm not implying anything or wishing any harm. But one of your brick throwers is going to accidentally bump into somebody with a gun. Because that's what we do. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. You're going to have a brick thrower. You know, nothing like bringing a brick to a gunfight. Nothing about bringing a bottle of gasoline and a Coke. Sorry, didn't mean to say that Coke. That wasn't fair. Just a glass bottle of gasoline with a Molotov cocktail to a gunfight, okay? You're going to bump into it sooner or later. Just saying it's going to happen. I got 2 minutes. I could keep going. I could just roll this tape. Roll tape. That's what they said in the old days. Roll tape, right, George? All right, okay. I am out of here, FYNTV.com. I maybe have had too much fun today and enjoyed this too much. I got a lot of meetings today, a lot of things going on, a lot of things happening. If you want to be a part of FYNTV.com as a producer, as audio tech, as if you want to do a show, if you think you can handle this, you call me 706-889-9700 or chief@fetchernews.com. You want to get involved. George is going to come up and give you his opinion for an hour, and let's test him a little bit. Wonder if he can get worked up. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning after the debate, the fight in Vegas. I'm out of here.